Hey folks, well, the bus is complete, at least for the most part. Small little things need to be done. But, so now it's time to do a walkthrough. Couple things on the outside though. I'm installing a receiver right here. I'm going to weld it in for a winch, just in case I get stuck somewhere. I can tie on to something and pull myself out. I put this on here. It looks kind of crappy, but it works. There's no door inside of here, so when I'm driving and it's raining, water can get inside the controls. So I put this on so that way when the rain hits it, it'll just run down or run down inside, but it won't go all the way through. Another thing I installed is a locking diesel cap. All right, let's get a look at the inside. All right, here we go. So we'll start from right here. I installed a shelf right here. Those are going to be plants. That's an old pancake compressor that I cut up, and I'm going to put a plant in that. I'm going to put a plant in that one, and I'll probably get one more plant for up here. I had to class this place up a little bit, so got my card display up here, got my eagle, and so forth. One thing I modified in here was I connected in my house battery with my driver's fan, so it not only works with while the engine is running, but it also works right there. I installed a switch, so when I'm just sitting here, I can turn this thing and get air to the back. That's my tire pressure monitoring system there. It tells me, if my tires are getting low or if I have a blowout. Plus, it also tells me the temperature. If it gets too hot, it gives me a warning. This here is a external gauge, I guess you'd say. Hooks into the OBD and onboard diagnostics plug, and so it gives me the same readings here as it does down there. Just easier to read there. Installed a gauge here for my batteries, so I know what their status is all the time. This one only comes on when I have the engine running. Got my Echo or Alexa right there. Got my power center.
By the way, I'm not sure we've met. You can introduce yourself to start personalizing your Alexa experience. Would you like to try it?
Not yet. Well, there you go. Power center there. Heat control. Got a backup light right there. For when I go to back up, I just push the button and it gives me a light in the back. And I'll show you that right now. Got a floodlight for the front, and I'll show you that right now. These pictures were taken at night. Hazard. For some reason, my hazards aren't working. The normal hazards aren't working. Plus, I wanted to have something like if I pull alongside the road, and I want to turn the hazards on. Something that would not drain the starting battery, so that's hooked into the house battery. Got my monitor there for my surveillance system. It also gives me my cameras on the trailer, on the back of the trailer, and the camera on the back of the bus. Right here I have my surveillance recorder. And then up there is my router, and that hooks into this right here. This is my hotspot. It's a Verizon hotspot. That there is to switch from front monitor to TV monitor right back there. And then this thing right here, this little thing right here, is a mini computer. So I can use either my laptop, my tablet, the mini computer, or whatever whichever one I want to watch on the screen in the back. And that there will communicate with my laptop. So I can read what's on my laptop, or my laptop can read what's on that computer. I got a swivel seat here. I installed this myself. So I built some cabinets for underneath here. That's my gas stove, my propane stove there. That's a griddle. And I had to bring some things along that, give me just a moment. Go. Had to bring some things along that made it feel like home, that I've had for years and years. As far as items that I really like in the house. And that's one of them. I bought it in Japan. It's called a cork picture. And then I got my hat and coat rack here. And this is really cool. I bought this a long time ago. It's a 1948 Tucker. All the doors and hood open up. So that's pretty cool. Continuing on, I have my bathroom. Those stakes are going to be for like an awning or whatever, and I'm going to make an adapter for my drill that will let me drive those into the ground. Still haven't got support for this yet. I don't know what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it, but that needs to be done. And then there's my lights. Got them up there. Got them over there. There's my fan. Screen needs to be cleaned. I got hooks, or eyelets, I guess you'd say, up and down the ceiling, so that I can hang my hanging chair, put a hammock in here, or whatever I want to do. Alright, moving along. Let's turn some lights on. Alright, so here's my kitchen, I guess you'd call it. Put some new cabinets down here. That's my water pump switch right there. Water filter, and yada yada yada. It's a pretty deep sink. It's a pretty deep sink. And then we got this one down here. And then you got some more down here. Not very deep, but that's all right. And a drawer. And then I installed my knife holder right here. Kind of nice. Then you got my wire chase right here. And I built these things right here. You get tired of having to have both hands available to open up the window. So what I did was I made these things here. They're bolted through from the outside. And you just turn that and it unlocks both sides, and you slide it up and down. Just like this right here. There you go. Got the spice rack there. I got to build I'm gonna probably build a shelf right here, or maybe right down here to hold all these shot glasses. All right, I haven't found a place for this yet. It's going to be underneath the bed somewhere. But I've got two. This is my scanner slash photo color picture printer. I don't use it very often, but when I do, when the need arises, I need to have it. That's where the window air conditioner goes if I ever need it. It's underneath the bed. Got to finish this thing here up. I forgot I hadn't done that yet. I just got to finish taping it up to the back of the bus. There's my monitor, and turn it on. And the mini computer stays on all the time. So there you go. That's the mini computer. That's what's on there. I got a wireless mouse and a wireless keyboard to control it. And speaking of that switch box I had up front to switch the surveillance from front to rear, I have one for the back right there. This is a 5-plug one, so that way I can do my laptop if I want to. I'm gonna do my Chromecast on here, and then this one here is remote, so I can let's see if I got the remote here. Here's the remote. So when I'm laying in bed, if I want to switch channels and see what's going on outside, I can go to surveillance and click whatever button it is, and then switch back and forth, whatever, TV, etc. This is my inductive hot plate. It probably won't stay here, but it's here for now. I haven't decided what's going to go in all these slots yet, because I don't know what will fit in all these slots. And I already know I got to raise this thing up or move it, because it's just not working right there. It's not tall enough. So I'm probably going to mount it back there to right here or something like that, so it can hang down here. That's just not working right there. This is so I can sit up in bed with, little effort, just grab on this thing here and pull myself up. I know, it's stupid, but hey, whatever makes life easier. Coming around this side here, same thing on this side. These are all lit. For some reason or other, the ones that don't have rubber coating on them, see, this has got rubber coating on it right here, makes them dimmer. These are not rubber coated, makes them brighter. I like these better, but I'm going to go ahead and just stay with this until these go out, and then I'll switch over. Let's see here. Pretty much the same. There's the DC panel right there. A little bit of clutter down here on the floor. Sorry about that. That's going to go in the back probably, or right up front inside the back. Batteries. My new, I guess you'd say, couch. And then this stuff here will probably all go back up underneath the bed on a little wooden platform where they'll all be set up and ready to go. And as you can see, I cleared everything off and put it in there. But I do got my blender in there now, my two different blenders, my can opener, other stuff, and they're all lit. All the shelves are lit, and this thing slides out. Moving on. Now this is the part of class that I just added. Got my little doggy up there. My sister gave me that a couple years ago. And can't, gotta have that. And then this is my flag box from when I was in the military and I retired. This is what you call a maintainer statue. Anyhow, that was given to me by friends in the military. Then right here, probably nothing's going to go here, but behind these, right down there, that belt goes to right here. So that way, when I'm driving and I have somebody in this seat, I hook that's bolted through the floor. I hook that up to that, and it keeps the seat from going forward if you're in a wreck. And I did this seat. This was not normal. It swivels a little bit, not as much as it should. What I can do though is I can pull it out of the receiver down there, and I can face it back, and I think I'll have more control of where I can turn and all. But I did this because I have a table I'm putting in here, and I'll put my laptop on that maybe, or I'll sit back over here with my laptop on that, whatever I want to do, you know, that way I got options. Let's see here. And then, of course, my doghouse that I put in. Pretty nice. And I added storage here. And then this here is my switch for my outside light, like a porch light. You know, if we're standing outside and it's getting dark and we want a little bit of light, I just come in here and flip this on and I have light. And this is my control panel right here for everything electrical, just about. And then this is something I just added the other day. I had to cut this piece here off. But that's the hatch to get up on the roof. And all I do is grab a hold of this thing here. Not easy to do with one hand. Let me put my thing down here. Like I said, it's not easy to do with one hand. Had this worked out earlier. There we go. All right. So when I need to open the hatch, I just lower that thing down like that. Lower the hatch, or raise the hatch so to let some air in. There, it needs to be open in order for the fan to work properly, and when it does, this thing here really pushes out some air. And to disconnect this or take it away so I can go up on the hatch, just got 4 hooks. I just unhook, lay this on the bed, and crawl up out the ceiling. So I'll show you how we do this again, so you see it there. Hopefully you'll have a good enough picture there. So you just do that, boom, and you're done. And then you cut this thing here off. I got a knife right now. Yes, I do. So during the night it would be the other one. And this can be adjusted up too. But that's how that works. Really don't know of anything else I can show you. Also have my little sign right here that I made, and it says, you can't really see it too well. There you go. Cool Breeze Travels. And that's exactly what's getting ready to happen. Is I'm getting ready to add 2 more channels. 2 more channels to my channel, I guess you'd say. One is going to be called Micro House Tours. Instead of Tiny House Tours, it's going to be Micro House Tours probably. And then the other one is going to be Cool Breeze Travels channel. And then the Cool Breeze channel will stay Cool Breeze. I'll just have 3 different channels now. And the Cool Breeze Travels will be purely of me traveling and life experiences along the way and places I travel to. couple other things I forgot to mention maybe. That's my water heater there. That's a water heater, not a hot water heater. It does not heat hot water. It heats water, cold water normally. And right next to the water heater are 2 propane bottles. Sorry, I can't give you a better view. Maybe I can. Okay, there it is right there. And then, like I said, right beside those is the 2 propane tanks. And I put lighting underneath my bed. This is the slide-out table that's underneath here. And then, as you can see, it's all cluttered underneath here. I haven't organized that part yet. But there's my breaker box and my 3 charge controllers. And underneath this box here is my inverter, 2,000 watt inverter with a surge up to 6,000. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but right here on the outside of the window I put no-seam netting, so that way I can open my windows and not worry about bugs coming in or even the no-seams. I don't know if you can see that real well or not. But there you go. I think you've seen everything now. I changed my clothes rack to up there from down here. It fits quite a bit better. Clothes do. And this is my chair hammock that will hang from one of these loops, whichever one I decide to put it on. Hey, I'm not done yet. I've got a few things that I got to show you. One is these stabilizers on the back, on the front rather, and I have the same thing on the back. You can see that one of them there. And then I made this storage bin. This is where my trailer electric comes from right here. And this is my solar hookup for my trailer. And this is my camera hookup for my trailer. And then I have another one right here that I added just recently. And that's the switch for power for both. And then in the battery compartment, I added this. It lets my house battery that's a 24 volt get charged off my 12 volt batteries. It ups the voltage in the box there. It ups the voltage so that my house battery can be charged off the alternator. And I also put a hitch on here with a 5-way or 5-pin wiring harness. And there's the trailer that I'll be pulling with it, with the bus. I also added that contraption right there that lets me move the trailer without the bus. Got a battery inside the trailer that lets me operate that. I also put a ladder on the trailer to get up inside. I don't know think I'm gonna be doing it on the bus. And then there's my Wi-Fi antenna right there. I extend it up whenever I get where I'm boondocking. Well, I think I've hit everything this time. I don't think I've forgotten anything. Maybe so. There's the deck right there. And there's my porch lights. And right there. Okay, now I think I've hit everything. Again, be sure to subscribe, hit that bell next to the subscribe button, and share and like. And thank you for watching again.